Yo, what's up, family? This your man, the True Elohim, coming back at y'all once again with another video, breaking down the significance of supporting the carbonated business, motivation, and of course the everyday struggles of this thing we call life. And I wanted to make a little video talking about how, going into detail about how you will have more enemies than friends on this spiritual journey. And the reason for that is, in order to understand why that is, you first have to understand that this world this world is ran by, wicked entities. This third dimension, everything about this third dimension is upside down, inside out, in reverse, topsy-turvy. And you have people in this third dimension that do not want to see you grow, that don't want to see you evolve, that don't want to see you reach your full potential and be all you can be. And they don't want to see you do anything that's hard for them to do. And unfortunately, losing relationships and losing friends and bonds with family members, unfortunately, is inevitable when you reach a certain level in enlightenment on this spiritual journey. Once you reach a certain level of enlightenment on this spiritual journey. And the reason for that is because you have to understand since the majority of this society is still trapped in a box. Their minds are still, they still don't want to let go of the slave master's teaching. They're in love with the establishment. They're in love with what the enemy built. And they're already comfortable with the lies that they've been told. Society aims to destroy those of us who are not the same as everybody else. Society aims to destroy those of us who don't live up to the wicked standards of society and follow the rules that society, puts out for us to follow, for its sheep to follow, and with the rules that it establishes for us to follow. And those of us who are chosen, we have never been the same as everybody else. We have never thought the same as everybody else. We've never carried ourselves the same as everybody else. And we've always been looked on strangely by our surroundings simply because of this. And when people look at you and they see that you're raising your vibration and they see that you're becoming all that you can be, but you're becoming the God that you were destined to be, this causes them to, they look at you and they can see your energy, and this causes them to see that, you are not, there's something about you that is not the same as everybody around you. And this causes them, since they're still trapped in the box and they're still, they still want to be slaves. This causes them to look at you and just automatically hate you for no reason. Because they're looking at you and they're thinking, who does he think he is? Who's he trying to impress? And this causes them to build a jealousy, an envy, a hatred, and an animosity in their hearts towards you. So now these people want to start doing all that they can to destroy you and drag you down to their frequency. This is why, you have people who turn against you. This is why a lot of your fake friends, a lot of your family members, after you've reached a certain level of enlightenment, they will begin to unmask themselves and show you just what kind of snakes and serpents and demons and parasites and wicked spirits that they really are. They will show you just what toxic individuals they really are. And, I remember experiencing this when I, at school, on jobs, even in church, even in the so-called house of God. It seemed as though when I was just as asleep as everybody else, I didn't know a lot. I didn't know as much as I do now. I wasn't as spiritual as I am now. It seemed as though everybody around me just had so much love for me. Every time they saw me, they want to give me a big old hug. They want to give me dap. They want to ask me how I'm doing. They'd be willing to have a long, drawn out conversation with me even. But all of that changed after I started getting my head in the right place. I started reading the books. I started gaining knowledge. I started eating healthy. I started exercising. And these people, you know, all of a sudden they just start acting funny towards me. And back then it seemed as though whenever I made a little joke, they just laugh along. But now it seemed as though after I woke up, it seemed as though every time I said something, they just seem to have a problem with everything that I say. They always feel a need to challenge everything that I say. And I didn't understand what was going on, but now I know that it was just the evil spirits beginning to attack me during my early stages of awakening, when I was just finding out what was going on. And these people, as I said, they look at you and they become jealous and envious of you, and they feel as though they need to compete with you. They feel like, who are you trying, they feel like you're trying to impress people. You're trying to impress somebody, when in reality that's not really what's happening. What's really happening is, you've escaped the box that you were put in when you came out the womb. And since these people are too in love with the Matrix and the slave master's teachings to let that go, they no longer, damn, I messed myself up. Forgot where I was. Oh yeah. Since these people are too in love with the slave master's teachings, and they don't want to let go of the Matrix, they're already comfortable with the lies that they were told. These people are not going to understand you. They don't want to understand you. They're not going to understand you because they don't want to understand you, which leaves you at odds with these people. So now these people are going to start doing everything that they can to destroy you and try to drag you back down to their frequency. And when they look at you, they see that there's clearly something about you that's not the same as everybody else. They know that you are special, but they're never going to tell you this because they don't want you to know that. This is why they always want to come at you with their negative energy. They always want to come with their verbal abuse. They always want to come, speaking negative, trying to cast spells over you with their words, trying to speak negative things into your life. Just trying to bring you down every time they see you happy, every time they see you doing well. Because these people, you got to understand that not everybody is here for a special purpose. Not everybody is chosen. Not everybody can be, not everybody can be who we are, which is chosen star seeds. And, I remember, even unfortunately, some of your worst enemies that you will face can even be in your household. It can be your mother, your daddy, your brother, your sister, anybody. You have to understand, this world is a wicked place. This world is a very, very low vibrational realm, and anybody in it can become your enemy. It doesn't matter who it is, because I remember when I was still a religious person, when I still followed Christianity, it seemed as though, my parents, they would always tell me they love me every day. And, they would, like I said, they seemed to have a lot of love for me when I was still following Christianity, when I still served their God. But as soon as I walked away from it, they didn't want to admit it, but their whole attitude towards me just completely changed. All of a sudden they became verbally abusive. When I started eating healthy, I started exercising, I started, doing things to better myself as a person. Instead of supporting me, they became very jealous. They became envious. They became hateful. They became vindictive. They became verbally abusive. Even at one point tried to get me set me up to get put in jail at one point. They turned family against me with their lies and their half stories. And I just remember they would try to find reasons to, cause problems in the house when there were no problems. And then when I stood up and defended myself, they would start trying to act as though they were the victim. And then they would go around telling everybody half stories about how, you know, about what I did to them, but never taking any accountability for what they did to me in order to cause me to respond to them the way that I did. And they were lying on me as well. And I didn't understand why the fuck this was going on. Why are my own damn parents, you know, acting funny towards me? But like I said, I didn't understand that I didn't yet understand that this was the evil spirits beginning to attack me, you know? And what else did I want to say? Yeah, they would just I remember, you know, they would just they would just mistreat me, you know, try to find little reasons to put me out the house, everything. But yeah, I think I said just about all I wanted to say. I'm sorry, y'all, I just messed myself up. But y'all get the point of what I'm trying to say though. But it's very important for us to, you know, steer clear of these toxic people. Everybody, you know, these people that want to destroy you, these people that cut you off, it's better just to let them go, because really you don't need these people anyway. All they're gonna do anyway is try to drag you down. They're gonna try to stop you from fulfilling your purpose on this earth, because they lack the confidence in themselves, you know, to fulfill the purpose for which they're put here to fulfill. So they don't want to see you do it either. And now they're gonna start doing everything that they feel they can do to destroy you and distract you and slow you down and stop you from raising your vibrations and becoming the best you that you can possibly be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.